All right, peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, family. Thank you for taking the time out to join me this morning. I want to talk about spirit. And so without the spirit, this flesh body would have no life without the spirit. So the spirit is the essence of life itself. Now, they say that spirit also holds intellect, emotions, and sometimes you talk to people and you like, that person don't have a good spirit. You kind of sense that something was off about the individual. Or you be around somebody and they got a good spirit. And you like, yeah, I can hang around that person all day. They got a really good spirit. I really like that person. Spirit. Now, depending on the spirit, because the spirit tells who you really are. You can look at the person and the flesh looks good, but that ain't who they are. It is the spirit within that tells you who they really are, what they are really about. You get to know their spirit. Now, some people say, you are, you and I are kindred spirits, right? We think along the same lines. We feel along the same way. We motivated along the same way. We want the same thing. To see you is to see me. To hear me is to hear you, right? Now, depending upon the person and what their spirit is, and you've heard the term come out to demotivate you, to stop your forward progress so that you're not able to accomplish the things that you wanted in life. I remember one time in the nation, I had this experience where the local leadership at the mosque, they didn't like me. To try to lure me do something that I ain't got no business, so they can have that opportunity to throw me out. And we were at a meeting, and the whole state of Tennessee's leadership, and we at a meeting, and they brung this situation out. Find you an MGT and get married because you a good brother, and we're not gonna throw you away. We're not doing that. There, he said, whenever just really into it, lest you harm an innocent did. They was unloading all that, and I'm like, shit. Supreme Captain don't know me, so he gonna believe what they said. But he didn't. He didn't. And he said, brother, you gotta watch because this enemy will send women in here with the purpose of throwing you off, of getting you taken out. You gotta be careful. So get you an MGT and you ain't gotta worry about that. The enemy will always use a woman to destroy you. Always. Now, in life, we go through so many different things, so many different battles, so many different just life situations. And a lot of times we go through these situations because we don't really know any better. We don't know dealing with the stuff that we're dealing with. So we deal with them. We think we're answering the reality. We're not answering the problem. We're making the problem worse. We're making the problem worse. And we cannot continue to do that, of making the in the South. There's very little parallel parking that you got to do. Very, very little. But up north, good Lord, you got to parallel park. You got to know how to park or you're going to be out of there. So when we're dealing with the life's issues that we deal with and not really knowing and understanding, because in reality, it's like we're stumbling our way through. We're stumbling our way through because we don't have a good understanding. We lack knowledge, right? So that's why it says my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It's so important that you feed yourself proper knowledge day in and day out, because the enemy will feed you bullshit day in and day out. So you got to feed yourself proper knowledge so that you understand, depending on what the situation is, depends upon what you got to do to get out of that situation, what you got to do to make sure that you're not producing negative outcomes for you and your children in the future. Spirit. If you are weak in spirit, that means you're weak in life, right? You're weak in life, like your car battery. You know, the car battery, try to start it up, and you gotta, okay, I need to jump. So you get the cables and you put it on the battery, turn it on, then boom, start that car up. In our spirit, we can get like that sometimes when we need a jump start. You need a jump start because so many things has worn you down. And you got to understand this, because the way of the enemy is to wear you down. And to wear you down so much so that you don't have the energy, you don't have the wherewithal to continue doing your work. You don't have the wherewithal, you don't have the energy, you don't have the drive, you don't have the will to push forward. You need to get that battery, your spirit jumped. And this is a reality. So when you find yourself in a bad place, and you're looking out to see, what can I do to get out of this bad place? What can I do to give my spirit that jump? You go, you look for a good message. You go to look to find somebody that brings a smile to your face, that will make you improve, that will push you forward. Because when you find yourself needing that boost, you gotta go and connect with the source that will give you that electricity needed. Because our body does have electricity. And you need that proper boost to get you out of the dark and into the light. Spirit. Some people, when you understand and you can watch them, how they go about and how they do, how they walk, how they talk, you see who they are. You see who they are. And you see who you are. Spirit. You can't let your spirit, your life force, your energy to get corrupted. Because once that's corrupted, it's over. Once your spirit is corrupted, it's over. And you gotta protect your life. You gotta protect that spirit that you have. And don't let somebody come up and get close to you and killing on your spirit. And you know they doing it, and they don't even give a damn. They don't give a damn about you. But you can't let your love for them outweigh the love that you have for yourself. Because at the end of the day, they're showing you they don't care about you. They're only there to leech, to suck from. They're sucking from you, they're taking from you, but they're not giving you anything in return except death, the loss of your spirit. And you got a spirit. It's like, I think in the Bible it says that he did not give us, or God did not give us, the spirit of fear. He didn't give us the spirit of fear. But where it come from then? If God didn't give us the spirit of fear, how you get it? Where did it come from? Because somebody inflicted the fear in you. They put you in circumstances which produced fear. If somebody knows what makes you tremble, if somebody knows what you don't want, and they present that to you, that is to make you afraid. Because you don't have that fear naturally. You think about when you were as a baby, right? And you're a toddler, and you touching everything, you ain't even afraid of nothing, because you don't know to be afraid of nothing. And your mama tell you, don't touch the stove, it's hot. You hear mama, but you touch the stove anyway. Then you get burnt, right? Now that you know what that feel like, I don't want to do that. That's gonna burn me, right? You saw this video with this little baby. They was in a park where safari-like type of situation. And, you can feed the birds and stuff as they come up to the vehicle. And the little baby, the bird stuck his head in the window, and the baby grabbed it and was, shaking the bird head like that to get the bird out. There was no fear in the baby. They didn't have it. because you're not born with the spirit of fear naturally. Fear is inflicted upon you. God did not give us the spirit of fear, because in the spirit of fear, there's death. There's not life, there's death in that. That's why we know Satan cannot give you life. Satan cannot give you life. So if he can't give you life, what is it that he can give you? What is it that he can aid you with? Death. So the enemy keeps you in the spirit of fear. And you won't challenge him because you're afraid. Because he done made you afraid. Because the enemy done punked you. He done punked you. Now you won't grow and be the man or woman that you're supposed to grow to be to, because you're embedded with the spirit of fear that the cracker done imposed on you. And he knows that as long as you fear him, you will never challenge him. That's why when they kill us and they leave the body in the street for hours, why? It's planting a message of fear. Yeah, I killed that nigga. And if one of y'all else get out of line, you be just like that nigga. You be a dead nigga. See, they instilling the spirit of fear even into our babies, because they saying in order to control them, we got to be able to rule them. They got to be able to be afraid of us. And as long as you are afraid, you won't go forward. You'll stay in a box. And you're boxed in because you're afraid of what's going to happen if you move outside that box. If you work outside the parameters that they define for you. It's like when they go out here and they do these protests. And they do these quote unquote peaceful protests. For what? What are you doing a peaceful protest for? Oh, we want to protest against police brutality. And how are you gonna do it? Oh, we're gonna be peaceful. We're gonna get the permit, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We're gonna be peaceful. So you're gonna protest in the manner that they prescribed for you. Because if you protest outside that manner, you may have to be dealt with in a different way. They're never going to prescribe for you the remedy to get them to do right. So they'll give you, yeah, you can protest all day long. That's your right, long as you do it this way. But the minute you do real protest and you cause destruction, then we're going to have a problem. Then I'm going to have to inflict some pain on you because you went outside the boundaries. See, that's why they show up in tanks. That's why they show up in military gear and all that. Because they're trying to make you afraid. They're trying to make you stay in your box. Because if you get outside of that box, you're going to pay with your life. They want you afraid. They know you're going to rise. But the longer you stay afraid, that's the longer that they stay in power. That's the longer that their children will stay in a good position and your children will be in a negative position. So they want to inflict fear on you. You know, I had this friend who gave me an ultimatum one day. And I'm like, as a Muslim man, Muslim period, we don't deal like that. But you either tell me this or, we don't have no more dealing. No, we don't operate like that. That ain't how you operate. That ain't how you get along. So they want to punk you, make you afraid. But you gotta, what you do is a testimony to who you are. Now you can punk out. You're gonna keep punking out because they'll never respect you when they know that they can punk you. They won't respect you. So it's better for you to say, well, you go ahead and do what you gotta do. And you move and do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, you gotta be able to live with looking yourself in the mirror. What kind of person are you? What kind of person are you? Are you just another form of the cracker in darker skin? But your spirit is just like the cracker spirit. What really are you? Who are you? You ain't black first. We all progress stage by stage. But you know damn well when you're doing something that you shouldn't do. You know damn well when you're doing something that's wrong. And you're going to continue to do it because it makes you feel good personally at this person's expense. Because we all say, I love our people. I love my people. But you're killing them. And you don't even give a damn. You don't even give a damn. You know, I think it say, test the spirit by the spirit. You got to be able to see and understand those spirit killers. Because they're out there searching, seeking whom they may devour. Why? Because it promotes strength in them. Because they can say, yeah, I destroyed that nigga. They thought that they were going to do A, B, C, and D. We got them. We took them out. You ain't got to worry about it. What happened? They came up against the spirit killer. And you got to defeat the spirit killers. There's many out there. Many out there. But you got to know where to turn when you need that jump. You got to know where you can turn when you need that jump. You want to be able to escape the spirit killer? You get on back to the Most High and you find yourself getting involved in the work of the resurrection of our people. And healing will come through that process. Strength will come through that process. You just got to get involved and sit back and watch how the environment begins to change. Because the God is working in your favor. Don't you ever forget that. He's working in your favor. It says that the God will never change the condition of a people until they first change who they are. That's where it starts out first. And then he'll change the condition. He'll send you what you need. Because he ain't through with you yet. You got much work to do. And he's backing you. Because you his man. You his woman. And those that come up to destroy you will meet a very, very bitter end. Touch not my anointing. Do my prophets no harm. See, you are anointed from the Most High to do what you do. That's why you successful. That's why you successful. No matter how many don't like it, don't love it, that's why you're successful. And we have to love each other as the Most High loves us. Love each other as the Most High loves us. Protect your spirit. Protect your spirit. Because the spirit killers are real. And they know that they want to destroy you. It's like when our previous channel got deleted, and I was going through YouTube and came across a video. This nigga say, I'm so glad Muhammad got his channel terminated. I'm so glad. I mean, he was just so happy our channel was terminated. Why are you so happy? Ain't like we target you. Why are you so happy that the channel got terminated? Jealousy, envy, spirit killers. But as we say, family, you got to protect yourself from the spirit killers, because the devil don't want you to succeed. The cracker don't want you to succeed. And some of our people work for the cracker and don't even know it, because instead of them being a helper to you, they want to be a hinder to you. They want to harm you. But why do you offer them love when they try to drive you out? Why do you offer them love? Huh? You got to ask yourself that. Why am I offering them my love? Even after they reject your love, that they don't want your love, but you want to offer it to the spirit killer. Why are you doing it? Ask questions and learn all about yourself. Ask questions and learn all about yourself, who you are. Protect your spirit, because this body without the spirit is worthless. Is worthless. No matter how pretty that body look, the spirit can corrupt the pretty outside, because the ugliness on the inside. You can play around and hide with it, but it's going to come forward. So you got to be able to get into the work to clean up a spirit. If you a spirit killer and you're doing it not because that's what you want to do, you got to clean it up so that you don't be a spirit killer, and that you don't go and put yourself and your progeny in a bad line with God, because he will get you. Touch not my anointing. That tells you, and do my prophets no harm. We are the anointed of God. Don't you ever forget that. You are the anointed of God. And it's our time now to get up and do the will. You kill the nigga in you, I'm going to kill the nigga in me, and our God will reign supreme. We are Black First. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Love you, family. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom.